Hi everyone, I'm Nicholas Chaltola, Curator of Cultural History at the New Jersey State Museum, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 10th and final installment of this video series tied to our exhibit, Fine Feathered Friends, Birds as Mainstay and Muse. In this final episode, we're going to take a step back from our focus on stories of New Jersey history through birds and explore an avian topic on a more macro level. That is, how birds have influenced the way we speak. Indeed, birds have been so important to the cultural history of humankind that they have found their way into a wide array of words and idiomatic expressions of the English language. Today we will look at some of those. I'm not going to explore the historical origins of how those words and expressions came about. That's pretty hard to do since many are steeped in myth and mystery, and there are often many theories of how they may have evolved. Instead, I'm going to use those idiomatic expressions as a window to explore a final selection of interesting bird species that are included in our exhibit, but we have not yet covered in this series. And of course, some of the decorative arts that were inspired by them. And in so doing, we can see how, over time, the bird has been a muse not just for artists and artisans, but also for those whose craft was words.
Early Bird Gets the Worm is probably my favorite of all the avian-inspired idiomatic expressions. Why? Because I get up before dawn 365 days a year. A night owl I am not. The saying, of course, suggests that if you're up early, you will get your just rewards, whether with a tasty treat, as with birds, or with the best oceanfront spot at your favorite beach down the shore, and less traffic getting there. American robins probably fit the expression best. They are among the first birds you'll hear in the morning. We know that they are out in those early morning hours eating earthworms, their favorite breakfast food. Another early rising species is the red-winged blackbird. They're a familiar sight and sound in the early morning hours near soggy wetlands, ponds, and other water sources. The Trenton ceramics maker Edward Marshall Beam shows astute observational skills in his sculpture of the species. Red-winged blackbirds are regularly seen in nature perching atop cattails. They have a varied diet, which also includes worms. Red-winged blackbirds are also early in another way. They are among the first of the migrating species that you'll start to hear after the deep, dark days of winter. They are a true harbinger of spring. Owls are nocturnal raptors that have long been associated with intelligence. Maybe it's their appearance. Those big eyes almost seem bespectacled. When seen perched in a tree, they are static, silent, seemingly all-knowing, and deep in thought. The Beam Ceramics Studio in Trenton made this pair of porcelain bookends featuring owls perched on books, reinforcing the wise as an owl expression. But it was another Trenton ceramics maker, Cebus, that was most known for its owls. This 1956 sculpture titled Great Horned Owl is one of 7 different Cebus owl designs. It only loosely resembles the actual species. The sculpture was sold in white bisque, decorated bisque, and stained glass, or glazed. This piece in our collection is the only known example of the glazed owl. A second great horned owl was made by Cebus in 1975. This one depicts an albino morph of the species, which is more fanciful than realistic, as such a thing almost never happens in nature. Great horned owls are the special ops of the bird world. They are cunning nocturnal predators that hunt birds and small mammals. Every inch of their anatomy serves the predatory instinct. Large eyes and wide pupils provide excellent night vision. A swiveling head that turns 180 degrees helps to identify prey in any direction. Strong talons that clench with tremendous force can sever a spine. Fluffy feathers ensure stealth when swooping in for the kill. Silent but deadly. The expression proud as a peacock comes from the mating rituals of peafowl, commonly referred to collectively as peacocks. Peafowl contains several different Asian species. The male peacock has a fan of iridescent wire-like feathers with eye spots. These stiff feathers are raised into a fan and quivered in a display during courtship. Iridescence refers to bright, shiny colors that appear to constantly shimmer and change. It's caused by microscopic surfaces in feathers that reflect light. The way the male struts its stuff probably gave rise to the expression proud as a peacock, which suggests arrogance and vanity. The natural beauty of peacock feathers made them an attractive decorative element on hats and fashion accessories, like this Japanese export fan from the 1880s. This Balique porcelain vase, made by the Willits Manufacturing Company of Trenton around 1900, depicts stylized peacocks. The shimmering luster glaze on this vase recreates the natural iridescence of the peacock. Some people think that American crows are creepy. Their call is a harsh, eerie caw, and they roost in imposing groups of up to 1 million birds. Their reputation wasn't helped by Edgar Allan Poe's poem The Raven, a macabre poem featuring a close relative and look-alike of the crow. The English language calls a flock of crows a murder. That word choice only reinforces their reputation as birds of bad omen. But American crows are smart, really smart. They are in the corvid family, which includes other species of crows, ravens, and blue jays, all known for intelligence. American crows are clever foragers that can find food anywhere. Crows work together to distract animals and steal their food. Younger crows stay around to help their parents care for their young. They then go off and start families of their own. Studies show that crows will remember the face of a threatening human. They will then scold that person if seen again later. Crows are known to fly in the most direct route to get food. They are intelligent and efficient. This habit may have led to the saying, "as the crow flies," which refers to the most direct route between 2 points. The final bird idiom on our list today refers to extinction. The saying "dead as a dodo" is used to describe something that is past or is long gone, never to return. The bird to which it refers is the dodo, an extinct species. It was a large flightless bird that lived on islands in the Indian Ocean. It became extinct way back in the late 17th century. Extinction is a natural process. However, scientists know that the process is sped up by human action. These actions include habitat loss, pollution, overhunting, and the introduction of invasive species. New Jersey was home to 2 notable bird species that went extinct in the 19th century. Passenger pigeon populations were once thought to number 3 to 5 billion birds. Flocks were so dense that people reported them blacking out the sun. They were hunted to near extinction in the mid to late 1800s. The last of its species, Martha, died at the Cincinnati Zoo in 1914. The colorful Carolina parakeet was found from southern New York, Kentucky, and Tennessee down to the Gulf of Mexico. They ate the toxic seeds of cockleburs and therefore may have been poisonous to eat if caught and consumed by humans. The last surviving Carolina parakeet, named Incus, also died at the Cincinnati Zoo in 1918. These 2 species were remembered by yet another New Jersey company known for its ceramic birds, Stangl, which was founded in Flemington as the Fulper Pottery Company, but later opened a factory in Trenton. Stangl began making its line of popular ceramic birds in 1939. The artisans who created them sometimes used the drawings of John James Audubon as the direct inspiration for their ceramic creations. The Stangl passenger pigeon has all of the graceful curves of the Audubon masterpiece that inspired it. The passenger pigeon is one of the most prized and coveted of all the Stangle ceramic birds. Perhaps the lesson is that humankind learns only to appreciate something when it is gone. Thank you for watching this video series tied to our Fine Feathered Friends exhibition, and please write or call with comments and questions about any of these videos and any of the collections, exhibitions, and programs here at the New Jersey State Museum.